to go faster.
Yeah, the full lineup for this one. Adessa Albert of Guyana in 1. Carol Etienne of Dominica in lane 2. And Naya Nurse of Barbados in 3. Nabi in 4. Symphony Patrick of Trinidad and Tobago in 5. Priya Wilson of Bermuda 6. Natrice East, the fastest in the field on personal best at 11:59. She represents Jamaica in lane 7. And Thyra Charles of St. Vincent and the Grenadines goes in lane number 8.
Nurse, Nabi, and East, all national under-17 champions at their respective trials.
East looked sluggish in qualifying. Let's see if she improves like the conditions have in this semi-final.
And in lane number 9, from Anguilla, Samara Hodge.
And there's an athlete added in lane number 9, Samara Hodge of Anguilla. So 9 athletes in this semi-final. So the top 3 automatic, plus the next 2 fastest times.
Nabi trying to concentrate, the weight of her nation on her shoulders, and the fans in far greater numbers this afternoon than this morning, Tonique. Based on your analysis of the Bahamian weather, they've braved it. They're here for a treat.
Yeah, certainly. They would have watched it on TV this morning. They know that we have Demerit, who we just saw run, and Naib in the finals, and so I'm sure they're here to support.
Last few moments of quiet contemplation before the starter begins to instruct this field. Nabi number 85, one of the favorites, just off camera to the left. Natrice East, a Jamaican champion, and from Barbados, also in this semi-final, Anaya Nurse. All 3 of them national trials under 17 100 champions.
Nabi in 4, East in 7, Nurse in lane 3.
From
just
TNT,
a delay at the
Symphony
start
Patrick.
here.
Brilliant name.
Came through well in qualifying as well, Patrick.
Had you waxing musical.
There is a nice beat to her performance. Second semi-final of the under-17 girls 100 meters. That's what we're standing by for. Priya Wilson, 12:65 in her qualifying heat this morning, the Bermudan.
Conditions different, but on face value, we'll have to step it up to get through to the final. This semi, a tad bit deeper than semi number 1, and a semi anyway. So you've got to go fast. You have to treat it like a final if you're not a top-seeded runner.
Yes, certainly. I know all the young ladies, that's top of their mind right now, knowing that they have to be in that top 3 to automatically advance. Otherwise, they're just waiting to see what the other 2 top times will be.
Top semi-final, as Hubert pointed out. I've always wondered, Tanique, if it was easier to run a tough semi-final. I remember when you won the world title in 2005, Ana Guevara was stationed in your semi-final and you just blew her away, 49-6. And I just wonder sometimes if when there is a big name or big names in your semi-final, it can just make the process easier in terms of what you need to do.
Well, you know, every race, whether it's a final or semi, you have to execute your race. And so you want to try to do that, but sometimes it's a little difficult when you have the big names in the race with you.
Nabi is in 4, Nurse in 3, East in 7. Sent on their way, and they have been recalled. Didn't see anything with the naked eye, but we'll have a closer look here. You definitely don't want to lose any of these, because it was setting up to be a cracking second semi-final.
My eyes were fully dressed. Didn't see anything either, Ricardo. I just wonder what the starting team will find out. Of course, it was different from when... Here's a second look. Everyone up at set. Not much variation across the 9 lanes. Saw a couple of starts like this in boys qualifying this morning, where a green card was offered as it is now.
No charge. All 9 will go in this second semi-final. Albert of Guyana in 1, Etienne of Dominica in lane 2, Nurse of Barbados in 3, Nabi of the Bahamas in 4, Patrick of Trinidad and Tobago in 5, Wilson of Bermuda in 6, East of Jamaica in 7, Charles of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in lane number 8, and Hajj added late on the outside in lane number 9. 3 short to go through. Off they go. Nurse got up well. Patrick of Trinidad and Tobago running well. Nabi of the Bahamas comes through. East of Jamaica finishing well on the outside. Nabi will win it. East gets second. And Naya Nurse of Barbados gets the third and final automatic spot. But the Bahamian looking strong once again. 11:67 is her winning time. She delivers a personal best in the semi-finals of the CARIFTA Games, and she is primed for a big performance in the championship race tonight.
The big three blaze their way through to the final, with Nabi recovering from a slow start. Patrick out fast in the red and the black from Trinidad and Tobago, so too Nurse in the blue of Barbados, but flying at the end is Nabi, and on the near side, East into second with Nurse third. So it's Nabi, East, and Nurse through to the final for sure.
East looking a little bit better than she did in qualifying this morning, but it's Nabi who will head into the championship race later as the favorite.
She looks really easy, confident, and you saw that smile on her face as she saw that she had a record time, and so she's certainly prepared for the final tonight.
11:67, 11:83 for East, 11:91 for Nurse. Those 3 automatically through. Symphony Patricia 12:05 is also through, and Thyra Charles of St. Vincent and the Grenadines at 12:10. That one is going to be really close to see if she gets the 8th and final spot into the final.
It's good to see that they were able to run those sorts of times, because the race was held up for quite a while.
Semi-finals of the under-17 boys coming up